Josh Darden, and I'm here today to talk about the Batten Award for Philanthropy. I remember it 10 years ago when it was given for the first time to Perry Morgan, a wonderful citizen who was at Landmark along with Frank. And this is the second time. It's certainly doubly an honor for me to have those two great gentlemen ahead of me and being recognized for their philanthropy. I've been interested in philanthropy for a long time. I'm well along now and retired really, but still have an interest in philanthropy because it's probably the one thing that I can do given my relationships with people in the community and things I'm interested in that can be helpful. I guess I first got involved in philanthropy on a very modest scale when I came back here from the Army in 1959 and started with what was called then the community chest, and we would go and we would have door-to-door solicitations in neighborhoods, and the first campaign I was involved in was on Granby Street. I called on small businesses there. The next year I was down on 21st Street and called on a couple of automobile dealers. I called on one of them and he went in there and he said, just leave the paperwork with me and we will take care of it and come back in a week. So I came back in a week and he said, here's your information and here are the contributions we got. Well, it was a total of $8.13. And I was tempted to say, does that include the corporate contribution or is this just from the employees? I didn't say that, but that's the sort of thing you started with if you wanted to be a good volunteer and worked your way up through the ranks. Eventually I chaired the campaign, which many of you have done too, and got enjoying getting to know people, which you do by raising money, and getting to understand the needs of the community and the priorities. And over time, really being able to take an active role in helping sort of set the agenda for the community, because always when needs are introduced, there's a price tag. I've been so struck by watching the projects that come forward here with such limited resources in this community, and we are not a wealthy community by any stretch. We somehow get things done with modest resources. As I came back and observed the people I admired and respected in the community, so many of them were involved in philanthropy, and they did it for no reason except that it was for the greater good of the community. And I think of people starting the medical school. They started with really absolutely no money. It was almost a joke to think they were going to start a medical school with something like $30,000. And they went out and raised the money they needed just to keep the doors open. And finally, of course, it's turned into this fine medical school that we're all so proud of. But it's because we've had people, selfless citizens, who are willing to go out and give money of their own, which is sort of a prerequisite of this. It's awfully hard in philanthropy to ask people to do something you're not willing to do yourself. And I think that's sort of the first law. If you're going to be an effective fundraiser, you're going to do whatever is a meaningful gift on your part before you ask somebody else to do the same thing. And we've done that campaign here with the Salvation Army, with the Kroc family, who put up $1.5 billion. It's quite a story. And in the process, they have gone around the country and given 30 cities a challenge to raise sort of matching money. Norfolk's in the process of raising $28 million, and we will have that matched 2 for 1. They will put up $56 million against that. Now, it's interesting that at the same time, both Charlotte and Louisville tried to do it and gave it up, said they couldn't raise the money. Now, those are wealthy cities compared to us, and yet here we are, we're right on the door at about $20 million, headed toward the 26 or the 28. And it's happened because a lot of people around here have seen the needs and realize how they can be satisfied, and the money can make such a difference.